So to start off this list, of course, in 9th place, I'm sure no one is surprised, we have Intelligent Music Project's song Intention, and my thoughts on this song really haven't changed much from the last time I listened to it. I really just think it's a bit of a bland and just kind of boring song. Again, not a bad song, just not my cup of tea, not something I want to listen to on the regular, and yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about it. I give it, again, a 5 out of 10, that ranking has not changed. I just think the song is pretty bland and derivative, and Bulgaria could have done a lot better, because Bulgaria always sends, or used to always send, really great songs, and I'm really disappointed with this one. So I hope that in 2023 Bulgaria comes back strong, because I usually love what they send, and this year just didn't do it for me. So again, not a bad song, but just not my favorite. And with that, we will move on to number 8. So in number 8, I have Moldova. It's really unique. Again, like, this is not a bad song at all. It just doesn't really do it for me as much as the other ones. I'll bump it up a little bit. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It did kind of grow on me with a few re-listens. I do still like the uniqueness of the song and how funny it is, but compared to the other songs on this list, it just isn't really my favorite. So with that, we'll move on to my number 7. In my number 7 spot, we have That's Rich by Brooke. This was my favorite song for Ireland. I don't know if you guys saw my Ireland ranking video, but this was my favorite song out of the selection they had. Really happy for Brooke. I think she's a really talented artist, and I think she did a really great job with the song and her performance. And I'm also really excited to see what she does at Turin, because I did hear that she wasn't satisfied with her performance, which, you know, is a good sign, because that means that she wants to improve and really just make the best performance she can when she goes to Eurovision this year. The song itself is, again, pretty generic. It's still a song that I can, like, kind of jam out to and really get into. I just don't really like it as much as the others, just because it isn't that unique. So I'm going to give this song a 7 out of 10. And with that, we'll move on to my number 6. So my number 6 spot, we have Circles by Andrea, or Andrea, not sure how she pronounces her name, but now this was my favorite of North Macedonia's national selection, so I am really glad that this won. I do understand that a lot of people were hoping for Lara to win, but for me, I just felt that Andrea just had great vocals combined with a great song with pretty good lyrics, and while this song is also a little bit generic, I still really like it a lot, and her vocals towards the end are absolutely incredible, so I think that she can really deliver a good live performance in Turin. I'm not sure if this is an instant qualifier, but this is not a bad song by any means. She can do really well as long as her performance is on point and then her vocals are where they need to be. Overall, I think this is a great entry. However, because it's a little bit generic, it just isn't one of my favorites, so I'm just going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. In my next spot on this list, we have We Are Dummy with the song Lights Off. And I really like this song, like I said in my last video, but my thoughts haven't really changed on it much. And with a few re-listens, I haven't really gotten that into it, or at least as much as I thought I would. So the song kind of remains the same for me, just still feels pretty average. Again, I really like EDM and I really like the lead singer's voice, but the song doesn't really do it for me at the moment, unfortunately. So I hope that'll change when I see it in Eurovision, when I see it in Turin, because I'm sure that they can really step up the staging and make it amazing. But for now, while I understand that the song is incredible, it just isn't my cup of tea really, so I'm going to keep it at an 8 out of 10. With that, we'll move on to my number 4 spot on this list. Okay, so I just have to say that I was totally caught off guard when I heard that I Am won for Israel. Obviously, my winner was Inbal's song Marionette, but actually, I didn't really mind I Am as much as I think a lot of other people did. And I think the performance is actually really good. I think the vocals are really good, and especially considering that he's like moving around and everything and still has pretty decent vocals, I think that's really impressive. And I did give the performance a rewatch after we found out that he won. And yeah, I actually don't think this is that bad at all. And the song's kind of fun. Like, I actually really kind of got into it when I was listening to it. So while I understand why some people are not happy that this won, I personally think that this is a pretty solid choice for Israel. And even though it might not get them in the top 10, it still should give them a pretty good result. I think this is definitely going to qualify just because of how fun and unique it is. And yeah, I just straight up like this artist. I think he's done a great job with this song. And again, even though he wasn't my favorite either, I don't think it's bad at all. I really hope that Israel does well in Eurovision, because I think that this song does have potential. And it was just an impressive performance. So because of how unique it is and because of how good the performance was, and also just because of how talented the performer is, I'm going to give this song an 8.5 out of 10. With that, we'll move on to my number 3 spot on this list, which is Ranella Hayati with the song Secret. Ranella did a fantastic job. Again, this is one of my favorite Albanian entries of all time. So much fun. I love the ethnic vibes. I love the sound of the song. I love the performance. I think she's absolutely incredible. Again, I do think that this song could use a bit of a revamp, but even without the revamp, that song is amazing. But I do think that the revamp can really elevate the song and make it top 10 material easily. And I actually do know that Ranella is working on her revamp as we speak. I'm not sure if it's done yet, but I'm really excited to hear it when it comes out, because I think that it can really elevate this song if it's done right and make this really stand out in Eurovision. Again, Ranella is a phenomenal performer. I've watched interviews with her. I've watched like a ton of stuff that she's done, and I think she's really talented, and I'm really excited to see her in Turin. So really happy about her, really happy about this song, and really looking forward to what she delivers. So with that, I'm going to keep her at a 9 out of 10, but that can definitely go up once we hear that revamp. So really excited for that. And with that, let's move on to my next spot on this list. we have Slo Mo by Chanel. And of course, Chanel is absolutely incredible as a performer. I loved her performance, and the song itself is growing on me too. I mean, it's a lot of fun, it's a bop. I really wish that people would sort of stop saying mean things about her. You can say whatever you want about the juries and how that worked, but Chanel, I think she worked so hard on this performance and on this song. For me, in my opinion, she is a deserved winner. Again, she was not my favorite in the national selection for Spain, but regardless, she absolutely blew me away with this performance, and I'm so happy to see her going to Turin. And I'm really excited to see how she changes the performance. Maybe a different costume, maybe changes up the dance break. I really have no idea what she can do with this, because I think it's already a masterpiece, but if she steps up her game, who knows? Maybe she can even get top 5 this year. I mean, that's what I kind of want to see, because I think Spain has had enough of the bottom 5. It is time for Spain to come back, to do great in Eurovision again. I really hope that she does the best that she can. But with that said, I just want to give her a 9.5 out of 10. I think this performance is incredible, and she deserves the best, and I really hope to see her do really, really well in Eurovision this year. So with that, we'll move on to my next and final spot on this list, which is... When I heard Mahmood was coming back to Eurovision, I did not know what to think. Soldi was one of my favorite songs in 2019. Actually, I think it was my second place. I was expecting a song very similar to Soldi, and I also didn't know who Blanco was. Apparently he's very popular in Italy, and as someone who's half Italian, I probably should have, known a bit more about that. I really went into their first Sanremo performance absolutely blind, and I was totally blown away, because I was like, this is so different for Mahmood. I really did not expect this kind of song from him, but I was just pleasantly surprised. This song is incredible. The meaning is incredible. I mean, I personally really connect with this song. It's nice to see a song that I can actually relate to being presented on stage, and I think that the lyrics, the vocals, the performance, it's all incredible. Mahmood and Blanco too, they both do a fantastic job. I mean, these are such talented artists, and to see them sing a song like this, which is totally different from anything I'm used to from Mahmood, both of them completely blew me away with this song, and it just, I keep listening to it. Like, this is the kind of song that I keep going back to. After so many re-listens, this song still stands out to me as one of the best, and I really think that this can easily get top 5 in Eurovision, if not win the whole thing, again, for Italy. So, really happy about this song, really happy about this performance, and I'm really excited to see what they do when they go to Turin. So with that said, this has been my list for the top 9 songs that we have currently for Eurovision 2022. Let me know what you think down below. If you agree, disagree, I want to hear your opinion either way, and let's start a discussion in the comments. This is a really interesting year for Eurovision, and there is so much to talk about. With that said, I'm really excited to see what happens with SD Law this year. I'm really excited about what Iceland's going to do this year. Some of their songs are pretty good and have made it to my top 50. Actually, that reminds me, my top 50 is coming out, I believe, Monday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been really fun to do a lot of these lists, a lot of these ranking videos, a lot of these commentary videos. I don't usually do voiceover commentary that much, so this is a bit different for me, and I do like doing it. I do like talking about Eurovision. I mean, I can probably talk about it all day if I'm honest. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. I've gotten a lot of views and new subscribers in the past week, so that has been really exciting as a small YouTuber who kind of just does this for fun. So I really appreciate all of that, and yeah, thank you guys so much again. And be sure to like, subscribe, comment, support this video, get it up there, and yeah, thank you so much again, and I will see you all next time. Peace.